Welcome to the Launch to Impact Leadership podcast. My name is Dr. Keena, a leadership development coach, author, and former nonprofit administrator. I teach emerging leaders how to master the skills needed to effectively engage their staff, strengthen teams, accelerate performance, and position themselves for long-term success. Welcome back. If you've been growing through these episodes, make sure you hit follow so you're always receiving strategies to strengthen your leadership and accelerate your success. As an ECE leader, you're responsible for more than just learning outcomes. You're also responsible for protecting your program. One lawsuit, one financial misstep, one violation, or one compliance issue can put everything at risk. So how do you stay ahead of potential issues? It's a lot easier said than done, but I've seen some incredible programs facing funding cuts, legal challenges, and even shutdowns. Not because they weren't doing great work, but because they just didn't have the right systems in place. The truth is, legal and financial risk aren't just possibilities in early childhood. Actually, they're real threats. They're absolute realities that every leader must manage. But there is some good news. With the right systems in place, with the right training in place, you can prevent problems before they even happen. It's about having a proactive approach. So let's break it down. Here are 3 critical steps that you can employ to protect your program from legal and financial risk. First thing you need to do, stay ahead of licensing and compliance issues. This is important because non-compliance is one of the fastest ways to lose your funding or face legal action. What you can do is make sure you're conducting your monthly monitoring, your monthly checks are in place that will allow you to ensure that your facility, all of the documentation, all of the requirements are met and in place from a state and federal standpoint. You want to make sure you have detailed records of your staff training, your drills, all the compliance matters, as well as your incident reports. What you can do is keep an organized, up-to-date binder with all of the documentation ready to go so that if the analyst walks in right now, you're already prepared. So I worked once with a center and they were facing some potential shutdowns due to their compliance gaps. But what they did was they implemented some structured internal audits, staff trainings, and they made sure their documentation was in place, which allowed them to turn programs around and regain their good status within just a few months. The second thing you want to do is protect your program from liabilities by having the right procedures in place. If your policies aren't clear, or worse, if your policies aren't enforced, you are vulnerable to lawsuits. So make sure that your staff handbook, your parent handbook and family agreements, all of your files and protocols are up to date, that they are reviewed by wise counsel, and that they are enforced. Because let's face it, if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. And instead of saying we're always following the rules, we're always following the regulations, here's what I want you to do. Try saying, here it is in our policy, and here's how we're going to ensure ongoing accountability. Hold that thought for a second. Take a moment and leave a quick review if you wouldn't mind. Your feedback not only supports the show, but it also helps other leaders discover these insights. Strong documentation is the thing that can protect you if a legal issue arises, so everyone needs to be on the same page. Make sure that you are safeguarding your finances and funding, because with financial mismanagement, even when it's unintentional, can lead to audit deficiencies, losing a grant or losing potential funding, and even program closures. So what I want you to do is to make sure that you have strong financial oversight systems in place and checks and balances. Review your budget. Make sure you're keeping your eye on your spending. Make sure that you are having a process in place that authorizes all of the payments and all of those that have access to your financial records. I once worked with a Head Start program that almost lost their funding due to financial mismanagement. But by introducing the right type of routine financial audits and even stronger oversight, they not only secured their future funding, but they also improved operational efficiency. Legal and financial risk are avoidable. They don't have to be a reality in your program, but you have to have the right systems in place. And the strongest leaders don't just focus on today, they're always planning and looking ahead for long-term stability and protection. If you want to make sure your program is fully protected, visit me at www.drkeena.com for strategies that help to keep your program safe, compliant, and financially sound. Great leadership isn't just about what happens in the classroom. It's about securing your program's future. So keep leading, keep growing, keep building momentum, and most importantly, protect everything that you've built. Thank you for listening to the Launch to Impact Leadership podcast. I hope this conversation moves you forward in some way. If it did, subscribe, share it, and join me inside the Supervisors Success Collective, my community for emerging leaders. The link is in the show notes. Until next time, my name is Dr. Keena Mosley. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep building momentum.